Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
Is it really true? Is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geri Petito Show. Everyone and anyone who knows me knows I am the author of I'm Not an Addict, I'm Just an Ass. I'd rather be a smartass than a dumbass, guys, because 34 years ago, I was a dumbass. Today, 34 years later, through the grace of God, I can honestly say now I'm a smartass. Yes, the word ass is in the Bible at least 40 times, and it means donkey, and that's what I was. I'm saying all that to say this. I'm a nutritional health coach. I'm a recovery coach. All my services to you are free. Please, please reach out. I want everyone to know someone is listening. And guys, if you think my book can help someone, because I sure do, you can go right to Simon & Schuster's bookstore, Archway Publishing, BAM, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can go to my website, www.geripetito.com. My book is now on audio with my voice. Simon & Schuster wanted to do it with someone else's voice. I was like, no way. So my producer here, part owner of Hamilton Radio, owner of Iron Horse Films, Ruben Rodriguez, is now doing audiobooks with your voice. So if any authors are interested out there, please, please reach out. And guys, listen, if you truly, truly, truly cannot afford my book, please reach out to me about that as well. I'm here to help you. So before I introduce my really cool guests, I have to give a shout out to just a few of my sponsors today. My most recent sponsor that I actually interviewed this week, Robert Sweeney. Explore powerful stories of love, loss, and legacy through my music and videos on YouTube and Spotify. Let's bring these emotional and thought-provoking tales of life. So Robert Sweeney is a retired U.S. Air Force man, okay? He's also a one-man band, guitar player, writer, producer, AI digital creator. Okay, he's like 60 years old, but what he did in the Air Force was he created computers for them and did all their tech. All right? He actually made me a theme song from AI. I will be playing that theme song at the end of the show. It's so cool. All right? I'll be 65, so to me, AI is just like, what the heck? Okay? So when you hear that song at the end, you're going to say, that's pretty cool. And he also wrote about the Jersey Devil, and he's hoping to have a movie come out about it. Okay? So really cool, everybody. Then I have John Bishop, a.k.a. Johnny B., singer-songwriter, host of the Entertainment Luncheon South, a nonprofit network created for the creative. He's also the partner in the Joey D and Johnny B Rockin' Oldies band, and he also goes solo. But a huge shout out to him and his wife Lenny for what they do once a month with this luncheon. It's by invite only. $20, great lunch, incredible entertainment, and they don't keep a penny of it. And they promote all of us like nobody else does. They even promoted this show here today for me. Now, I'm going to do one more sponsor today. Michael Zanman, singer, entertainer, performer, www.mzanman.com. Please, everyone, keep him in prayer. His cancer has returned, so just keep him in prayer. But I have a cool little Zanman story for you. So a while ago, he recorded Mel Carter's song, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, and he put it out on Facebook. So, of course, I sent it to my buddy Mel. Mel calls me up and says, Geri, your boy did a great job with my song. I said, can you tell him? So we got Zanman on a surprise three-way with Mel Carter telling him he did a great job with his song. Are you kidding me? That would be like Elvis calling me, right? So, so having said all that, we have an incredible show for you today. Everyone and anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge oldies, doo-wop, and Elvis fan, okay? I always say I was born too late. Now I'll be 65 and I was born too late for this music. Imagine these kids here today. All right? Guys, let me introduce to you Garrett James and the Wanderers. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
So, Garrett, say hello.
I'm Garrett.
Okay? Each one of you tell everyone your names.
Go down. My name's Kyle. What do you do? I'm the drummer. My name's Kyle, I'm the drummer.
I'm Hunter, and I'm the bassist.
Okay?
I'm Geri James. I already introduced myself, but I play guitar and I sing for the band.
Okay?
And I'm Ben. I play piano. I do harmonies with Garrett for the band.
Now, tell everyone how old you guys are.
I'm the old one. I'm 18.
Yeah, he's young, but I'm 17 years old.
I'm also 17 years old.
And I'm 17 as well.
So, he's the oldest. Oh my God, you're really old, okay?
Yeah.
So
He's
now,
awesome.
so now let me ask you something. You guys are very young. What made you guys love this music?
For me, it was just like how different it was. I feel like with people our age, I see like so many different things, but 50s music is never something I've ever seen. So hearing about this band and getting the opportunity to join them was kind of world changing for me. I think compared to like what I was playing before, it was a really cool experience. So I just like how unique it is.
So wait, what were you playing before? What music were you into?
So just on my own, I guess I was doing a lot of shows just around Tucson and mostly just like modern rock music, a lot of like pop stuff like that. So I never really ever experienced playing 50s music before joining the band. So it's kind of a nice change of pace for me.
So we've got someone very special listening and said they're all adorable. So Ina Vasquez, so she's a hero. She was a, New York City officer, police officer, and her husband, Carlos, is a singer, and she's listening, okay? And yes, Ina, they are all adorable, okay?
Thank you.
So now, let me stay with you for a minute, okay? So I have a question for you. Who were some of your musical influences back then?
For me, since I wasn't playing a lot of 50s music, it was a lot of kind of like older, like early 90s, early 2000s kind of, or not early 90s, I get late 90s, early 2000s kind of band. So at least as a drummer for me, it was like Dave Grohl from Nirvana. And it's more like the older kind of, I guess, more early rock music. So like John Bonham for Led Zeppelin. And then, of course, the Beatles were kind of my influence. And then kind of taking that back to a 50s kind of setting kind of gave me my style.
That's very cool. All right, next.
Are we still on influences? I'm sorry. Because we started off with it. Sorry.
Wait, I'm sorry?
Sorry, my bad. First time time. Some of my influences were growing up, Jeff Buckley, the Beatles, 100%. My mom introduced me to them. 21 Pilots. I like Josh Dunn's drumming, and then Tyler's bass guitar in some of his songs, especially the album Trench. And then, yeah, I think that's about it for me.
Okay, what got you into the oldies?
My mom and grandma, they would play them for me almost every day. Just on my grandma's old record player.
Okay, so now, next.
So I have a lot of musical influences because I listen to a lot of different things. But for like my biggest ones would probably be the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Elvis for sure.
Heck
And
yeah,
then
baby.
I have two different things. When I try to do music, I have like musicality and then songwriting wise. And probably my biggest for musicality would be Stevie Ray Vaughan for the guitar parts, and Led Zeppelin for the guitar parts too. And then for like songwriting itself, I try to go for like Stephen Sanchez or Paul Simon or Paul McCartney.
That is so cool. So everybody, this is Ruben Rodriguez. He's one of my producers here, and he's also the one who did my book and audio. So he's being his silly self, okay? Here we go.
Well, first of all, I want to say my condolences to the young man and the blonde, I believe.
Yes.
I just walked in, so I just heard the part. And, many blessings, too, definitely. And hopefully God will heal your hearts and everything, and you seem like you're around very good friends.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, keep them high.
Oh.
Yes, right. Just don't get them drunk, okay? And my thing with this thing over here, everything always got to be purple and Elvis, or Elvis and purple.
Yes.
Oh, and pink, right?
And pink.
And pink. It's just such a
Elvis-y,
girly
pinky,
thing.
purple. Right.
It'll be purple.
Purple.
Elvis and purple.
Oh my God. It's time to say goodbye to this guy. Say it, boys.
Bye.
Thank you, Ruben. Okay, so now, Garrett, you mentioned even Led Zeppelin, and you all have, and you guys never went to a Led Zeppelin concert?
No.
Yeah, I got the opportunity to do it a few times. It was pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 'cause I'm old, So, what made you get into oldies?
For me, I really just like the structure of it, because I used to listen to a lot of early pop when I was younger, like Imagine Dragons, and eventually all the melodies started sounding really repetitive, not soulless, but very repetitive, very bland. And I just started kind of going back, farther and farther back. And what really kind of bridged me in was Motown.
Okay.
So artists like Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson and the Temptations.
Yep.
Those guys really got me into the oldies music.
That's very cool. Okay, and last but not least.
Yeah, my experience is a lot like Hunter's. Growing up, my family, both my parents used to listen to a lot of that music, 50s and 60s. And my grandma, my grandpa as well, whenever we'd go over there, they'd play that music. And then we had a school dance coming up, and Garrett asked me to play at it. And it was just a great opportunity to play the kind of music that my family likes to listen to. And then just being in this band and playing stuff like that has just given me a huge appreciation for music like the Beatles, Chuck Berry, and all this stuff like that. Yeah, it's been fun.
And who else were some of your musical influences?
Let's see, Stevie Ray Vaughan for sure. I love playing his music. Let's see, yeah, Chuck Berry, Beatles, Jerry Lee Lewis for sure. I love playing his music as well. On piano, it's really fun.
So now, all right, yes, I know we'll be playing their music very soon, girl, very soon, okay? So now, okay, I want to ask you guys something. Now, did you all have singing or music lessons?
Yeah, for me, I've been taking lessons since I was about 7 or 8. I actually just ended my lessons kind of whole thing earlier this year in February. And actually 2 weeks after ending my lessons, I got a strange DM from Garrett asking if I would join the band. So it was great timing. But yeah, I've been taking lessons since I was about 7.
Okay, next.
I've been taking lessons since a year and a half ago.
Okay, very cool. Okay.
I've been taking lessons for a really, really long time for guitar, for about 8 years, I think.
Okay.
And then for me, when I was 7, I went to 2.5 years of piano lessons, and then I stopped for a while. And then I learned guitar on my own in 2020 when COVID hit. And my dad taught me a lot of that, and then just being in the band has taught me a lot about piano as well. So I've just learned from that as well. So
Very cool. So we're going to play one of your songs, but before we do, a huge shout out to John Terlizzi, because he's the one who got us connected. All right, and he called me this morning, and he's super excited. He's watching the show. John, I love you. John's my stalker. He's my favorite stalker on Facebook, okay? Yes, he stalks me, and I just love it. We got to meet and hug and all that, and he brings me some incredible guests, and here we are today with you guys. Yep. So I'm going to play one of your songs first, and can anyone guess which one I'm going to play first?
Pretty Woman, maybe.
No, how about Elvis?
Oh, Elvis.
Yeah, I have an Elvis one.
Let's Play House.
No, you didn't know that I have an Elvis.
Unchained Melody.
There you go. What the heck? Oh, let's give a shout out to your dad who sent them to me, and your mom. You guys, come on, give a shout out.
Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Okay? So here we go. This is their first song, and wait till you hear it.
Lonely time, and time goes by so slowly, and I can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. God, speed to me.
So what you guys hear and what they hear out there is different. So it's very clear out there. Yep. So I just wanted to tell you, first off, that's absolutely beautiful. So
Stop it.
first off, you guys do not sound like you're 17 and 18 years old with the voice. Tell us about the song. Who's the lead singer? Tell us everything.
So I'm the lead singer, and I kind of always just had I guess, deeper timbre in my voice when I would sing, so that really always helped with Elvis songs.
Okay? And you don't sound like you're, 17 years old.
Thank you. I don't know. I've always had like a lower register.
Yes.
Or like a mature voice. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. A lower register. Well, Ina says you are fabulous. You guys are fabulous. Okay? So tell me something about that lower register, because someone used that word with me recently, and that was the first time I heard it. Because I'm not musically inclined at all. I just know what's good and what's not. So you have that lower register. Can you ever also go higher with your register?
Yeah, I can. We have another song that we do called "Doesn't Do Me Any Good." It's a cover by Steven Sanchez,
Okay.
where I have to go very, very high, and it's kind of like. Should I give a demonstration?
Yes, I was going to ask you if you would, please. Come on.
Oh, here, pass me the guitar so I can get
Well,
the
wait,
chords.
the problem with that's going to cut your voice out on Zoom.
I just need to hear the intro.
Oh,
chord.
go ahead.
So, this is my casino. Saturday love could go crazy. Spells go betting on maybe. Oh, just like that river, baby, don't let it be misunderstood. If you told me to come running now. You know that I would all for you.
Okay, so when you got really, really high, we didn't hear most of that because that's what happens with the live Zoom, but I could tell. No, but I heard a lot of it, enough of it. You have an amazing voice.
Thank you so much.
An amazing, amazing voice. Wow. Okay, so wow. We're gonna play another one of your songs, and then we're gonna have you guys talk about it. But before we do that, do the other three want to say something about that song that we just played, what it means to them as well?
I don't know. It's just kind of a really beautiful song by Elvis.
Okay. And
Really. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Really, I don't know. It's like it has so much soul to the song that it like really impacts you in a way that is just undifferent from anything else.
What do you think?
I just love the piano part, how it all flows together. Because that's me in the background playing the piano. I
Yep.
just love how the chords all come together. The chord progression is just so beautiful. And then it just goes so well with Garrett's voice as well.
So that song right there, I've never heard it that soulful before.
Thank you.
Okay.
So,
And Elvis is smiling down. Trust me, trust me, trust me on that. Okay?
thank you so much.
Elvis is smiling down. So all of you like Elvis? Yes, right? Yes, yes.
Very much.
Of course. All right, so now let's play a second song and then we'll have you guys talk about it.
Awesome.
Here we go. Tell us about this song.
I would love to, but which song is it?
producer?
That was called Big World.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
we were right. We were
Oh,
right.
okay, because it's, you guys hear it a little different than, okay.
Uh-huh.
All right, Big World.
So we kind of just wrote that one. We were definitely trying to go for like a Led Zeppelin kind of inspired
Yep.
song. We wrote that one up for a competition that was coming up, and which we won. And the grand prize was 8 hours in St. Cecilia Studios, which is a really well-known studio in Tucson. So we'll be able to record a lot higher quality now.
So wait, we're not done with that conversation. Okay, we are not done with that conversation. So first of all, you guys won. How
Yes.
amazing did that feel?
Pretty good, pretty
Oh,
good.
Really good. 100 out of 10.
And tell us a little bit more about that recording studio.
So St. Cecilia is a pretty like well-known studio. We haven't been able to work with them, but we're really excited to now. But they have a lot of really nice vintage equipment. I know what.
Yeah, for drums at least, I'll have the opportunity to play on a lot of really expensive, rare vintage kits. So I guess the idea with the coming up album or EP that we're going to release is we're going to try and go for more vintage feel, at least on the drums, is what I'm going to try and aim for. So a lot of inspiration from like Ringo or John Bonham sort of sound.
So when you go to the studio, they have all the instruments. You don't have to bring any?
Yes and no. They do
Okay.
have a lot of instruments supplied, but I'd rather like play on my guitar, you know.
Okay.
For Kyle, probably.
Yeah, at least for drums, I'm going to take the opportunity to play and try as many different things as I can.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
to
yeah.
dial in the sound. But for them, I think a lot of it will just come out to like if they like their own sound or if they want to try to
Yeah, something new.
So that's really cool. When is this going to happen?
We're on summer break at the moment, so we're taking the time to write a few songs this month, and then at the end of July, we're going to go into the studio.
So do you guys collaborate on all the songs you write?
Yeah, yes, we do.
Who does most of the lyrics?
Me and Ben do a lot of the lyrics, and then we kind of have it like separated. Hunter and Kyle work on like the percussion and beat of it to make sure how it's flowing the right way and the chords are going the right way. And then me and him work on the main progression of the song and the main lyrics of it and like the feel.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one more question, and then I have a question from Ina. So about how many songs have you guys written?
We've written about 6 or 7 complete at least.
Okay.
6, 7 about complete.
And you've recorded all of them?
We've recorded 3,
Okay.
but we do like all of them.
And you're going to record the others?
Yes, we will be when we go to St. Cecilia.
Very cool. Very cool. So Ina would like to know, how did you get the name The Wanderers?
So we were originally Garrett James and the Thunderbirds,
Oh,
but we kind of didn't like that sound. And before we had Kyle, we had a previous drummer. His name was Soren, who kind of introduced that name to us, and we kind of had it, and it was going to be our placeholder till we found something a little bit better, and it just kind of stuck.
because I love The Wanderers.
Well, we're glad. We're glad.
Okay. It's just so cool. All right. All right. So now, when you guys write songs, all right, do they all have personal meaning, or do some not?
It's a mix of both. There's definitely some that are very much targeted to a specific area that we want to write about, or something that we're feeling about or love, or, you know, something like in a specific emotion. But sometimes, especially like with me, I'll just try to write something that if I had never heard before, I would like if I was driving down the road and I turned on the radio and that was the song I heard, like for me to like not change the station, try to like make something that sounds really like soulful and catchy, but still, because that's what I do like finding like musical intricacy, but a lot of things I find now is that people are getting to the point where they're too focused on the intricacy and how hard or how they kind of ditch the soul part of it, and they go straight to like, let me try to make the hardest song possible to play, and then it will get famous. I feel like that's something a lot of people kind of get stuck on, is that they get stuck, especially with like social media now that you're seeing so much like talent like everywhere that you begin to like think less of your own playing, that because there's people that play for like 7 hours a single day, every single day practicing, and they're able to make songs that are like a lot of people could never play it. So I try to find like the middle ground where it's still like interesting and I find like cool things about it that I like, oh, that's a really cool riff he did, but also being able to like appreciate the simplicity of something.
Okay, so explain to me a little bit more about what you said about people not wanting the simplicity, right?
Yeah, I found like recently, just like because there's a lot of very very talented bands like Polyphia. Polyphia is one of them that comes to mind that are very intricate in what they're doing. But it gets to the point where some people who only listen to that, they'll think less of other bands because they aren't as intricate as that, you know?
Oh,
So I try to find like the middle ground where I can hear it and appreciate how intricate it could be, but also for the sake of listening, you know?
okay. Do you really believe that most people feel that way, or is it really something you guys are feeling?
Not everyone. I feel like there's like certain like not a majority even, just like just people.
Okay,
Because
because
there's just people that like different bands.
okay,
Because like the same guy who would not like Rush, which is like an intricate like polyrhythmic band, you know, the same people who might not like that might like another band. So it just gets to the point that some people who really do value that intricacy, they kind of sacrifice the listening part to it.
so they're boring to me. Okay,
Mhm.
they're boring people
Yeah.
to me because all music is incredible. I mean, I've never heard anyone say to me, "Oh, I only listen to this band or to that band or to this singer." I've never really heard that. You know what I mean? So all music in its own way is amazing, unless it's bad music. That's different. We're talking about good music, right?
Yeah.
So I just think all music is great, and you still can't take the Led Zeppelin out of me and the rock and roll. You can't take that out of me, okay? So I love all that Genesis, right? Foreigner, I mean all of it. I
Yeah.
think Foreigner was probably my first concert. Music is music unless it's bad, right? So never let that affect your play. Never let that get it out of your mind. Who cares? Don't let that affect you guys at all, because what you're doing is different and incredible. Okay, I've
Thanks.
never heard anyone sing that Elvis song the way you have. So, and even the music, the music you guys are playing is off the charts. So, no. All right. So now, I want to ask you one more question, and then we're going to play another song. Okay. So, I'm going to use the term growing up, but you guys are young, but growing up. Okay. So, when you write your songs, I mean, because you are young, all right, do you ever write a song of things that maybe you foresee happening, or maybe some things in your family's lives that have already happened? Do you ever do that?
I would say yes and no.
Okay.
Um, I feel like in a way, because I am so young, like it's kind of harder for me to write. Like I could probably, the way I view it, I could never write yet. Like I could never write the same lyrics that BB King could write because he went through completely different like experiences than me.
Okay.
So I could like replicate it, but it wouldn't. I feel like it wouldn't have the same impact as like someone who really did go through that. You know?
So I'm asking for a reason. I have a personal friend. He's a little bit older than me, and he lives in my town, and he's an amazing singer and songwriter. So the first time I ever brought him here, we played one of his songs that he wrote when he was only like 18 or 19 years old, and the song was titled My Younger Me. To My Younger Me, okay? I cracked up laughing, and I gave him a challenge. And I said, now that you're an old man, now write about what that song really should mean now and reword it. And he did, and it's incredible. Because a lot of times people who are 18, 19, 20, you know, they think they're getting up there. It's so silly to me. And they'll write a song about, you know, all this stuff that went on, you know, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're only 18, 19 years old. You know what I mean? You don't have a clue yet. But what he did was amazing. What he did was amazing. So what would be cool for you guys is to come up with some sort of a song about what you guys foresee happening with your career. Like what could happen, what you want to happen. That would be a really cool song, you know? Like here we are on the stage over here, you know, we didn't expect this to be, right? And looking at what you're doing in the recording studio and look at what you won. I mean, I would make a song about all that and where you see it going.
Yeah, that's a
Right?
great idea.
Okay? Because I see you guys going really far. Really
Thank you so
far.
much. We hope so.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's play. Doc G, how many more songs do we have? 2 of theirs? Or 3?
We have 2 more.
All right, and give us the title first before you play it.
The next one is Bring It On Home, and
Bring-
the next one is Storm.
So we'll play Bring It On Home?
Yeah,
Okay, we'll play Bring It On Home, okay, guys?
Awesome.
Here we go.
here we go.
Baby, bring it to me. Bring your sweet love in. Bring it on home to me. If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, baby, bring it to me. Bring your sweet love in. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, yeah. I'll buy you jewelry, money too. But that ain't all that I will do for you, baby. Bring it to me. Bring your sweet love in. Bring it all home to me. You know I'll always be your slave till I am 6 foot buried in the grave. Baby, bring it to me. Bring your sweet love in. Bring it all home to me. Yeah, yeah. If you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, baby, bring it to me. Bring your sweet love in. Bring it all home to me. Yeah, yeah. Bring it all home to me.
All right, either you're lying to me that that's you singing. I want to see your license, okay? How does a 17-year-old sing like that?
I
I don't know. I just have like I have a very,
He's just good at singing.
I guess,
It's really good.
I guess it's just kind of a unique voice. I try to put soul into what I do,
Yes.
you know? I was blessed with just what I have.
Absolutely.
You know?
You're all blessed with your talents. You're all blessed with your talents. So when you guys get on stage, do you get like a crazy reaction, like people can't believe it's coming out of you?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
a lot of times I have a picture of like of like 6 girls trying to reach onto stage to grab me.
That's so cool. All right. That is so cool. So now, all right. So now let me ask you something. When you guys are practicing, right? Does it just flow, or do you have to stop yourself a few times and say, wait a minute, not great. Okay. Do this, change that. I mean, does that happen with you guys?
Yeah,
Depends on the
it
day.
depends on. It definitely depends on the song and the day, because there are some songs that we do that are very similar chord progressions and feels. So like we could do a Johnny Be Good, and if we learn Johnny Be Good, we can learn Roll Over Beethoven pretty easily because it's the same kind of feel, same kind of beat, same kind of chord progression and flow. But if it's like a really very like intricate, like chord progression wise, where there's a lot of chord changes, we do like, because I don't like playing the song and it not turning out well, so I do like practice. We go through sections of we'll do a complete run through of the song, and then I'll look out for sections that are good, sections that are not so good, and we go back and practice every section until they're decent.
Okay. So do any of you guys, other than Garrett, sing?
I do a bit of singing, yeah.
Okay. And do you do a bit on the songs as well?
Yes, me and him harmonize on a lot of the songs we play.
All right, so I have a question, and you can say no. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm putting both of you on the spot right now without a guitar, because that's what stops it a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever do a cappella?
Yes, we
Yes,
do.
we do a lot.
So listen, a cappella is my favorite. Is there any way the two of you could give me a little something, something?
Yeah, here, let me just see it
We're
really
gonna
quick.
play the.
I just need to get the chord open.
Get the chord, but if you play while you're singing, it's going to drown you out.
One, two. That boy took my love away, though he'll regret it someday. But this boy wants you back again.
All right.
That boy isn't good for you, though he may want you to. But this boy wants you back again.
Okay, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. You don't know how much that just meant to me. Because a lot of singers, I'll ask, and they'll be like, wait, now what? I'm not ready, blah, blah, blah. You guys just did it. And that shows your true talent. That shows. I'm not kidding. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay? You know, I love the music in the backgrounds. I love music, but I also love a cappella. So I think it's like a perfect match, right?
Thank you
Wow.
so much.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, the other two, you guys never sing?
I sing in the shower in my car.
Oh, I love that. Okay. What's your favorite songs to sing in the shower?
Let me see. Bad Bad Leroy Brown by Jim Croak. Santeria by Sublime. And this is a weirder one it's totally different from what we do from the band and stuff, but it's I Miss You by Blink-182. I can do a pretty good emo voice, so it's always fun to sing that.
So, and you don't sing anything in the band?
We're trying.
We're trying. I don't have
He
the
can't
best
sing,
voice,
though.
but
He can't sing.
He can.
You can.
maybe
All
that's
right.
wrong.
All right. So Ina says, great job. To do it impromptu shows a lot. Yes, Ina.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ina.
Yes. Amazing. So now what about you, boy? You don't sing at all?
They peer pressure me to sing like a week ago, but other than that, I don't sing. Like,
Okay.
I like beat around and stuff with like drumsticks, but that's all I'm good for.
So do you guys have like soundproof rooms in your homes where you practice all the time?
We
No.
practice in our living room.
Okay. And your parents are okay with that?
They very much are okay with that.
That's pretty cool. I love that. I absolutely love that. All right. So now we have one more song, right? But don't play it yet. We're not playing it quite yet. And that one's called
Storm.
Storm. Okay. So who wrote Storm? Or is it a
This
cover?
is the first song I wrote, so it is not I do like it a lot. So you know, I do like it, but I do think I have improved since then.
So how much have you improved since then?
I think a lot, drastically, but I
Okay.
still do like it because it
Okay.
does have a special place in my heart. 'Cause
That's
it
right.
is-
How old were you when you wrote it?
That was a year ago.
Okay.
Actually, no, like 6 months ago.
Oh, it's recent.
What, really?
You're 16. We're 16.
Ah, I guess, yeah, November.
Yeah, we've only had the band for like 2 years.
Yeah, November of 2024 we wrote
Okay,
it.
so it's not that old.
Yeah.
And you all play in it? Do anyone like sing background?
No, this was a bit more of a simpler blues kind of song,
Okay.
like blues rock, very much similar to like a Gary Clark Jr.
Okay.
Type song. This was before we got Kyle, but we do love Kyle now. And this is when we were also a trio because Ben couldn't do it because of
Yeah.
school.
I wasn't there for that gig, but alright.
But it was a power trio for that song.
Darn school. What the heck?
Yeah, I know.
All right, so let's play this song, guys. Storm. the girls are screaming. This was live, obviously.
Yes.
Okay. So the girls are screaming like Elvis is on stage. Okay. So, all right. I don't think they think it could get any better.
Maybe.
So that seemed to me like more like of a heavy rock metal kind of sound.
Yeah, that was definitely more leaning towards very much Gary Clark Jr.
Okay.
Style.
Okay. Even Led
So we
Zeppelin.
were in
a little
a
bit.
what?
Even Led Zeppelin a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of Led Zeppelin. But we wrote that one for a competition we were in. Though we actually got to the semifinals of, and we're gonna go back this year. It was the Alice Cooper Proof is in the Pudding competition, and essentially, they get bands all from across Arizona, and they put them in like a battle of the bands that lasts for 4 rounds. We got to the semifinals, and but practically the grand prize was to open up for Alice Cooper at his Proof is in the Pudding
Oh my
Christmas
God.
concert. And we actually have a good friend of ours. Her name is Lizzie. She's kind of an indie singer. She's really awesome. And she won the solo division. And she got to open up for Jimmy Eat World, Mark McGrath, Gretchen Wilson, and Alice Cooper.
Gretchen Wilson, I interviewed him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, years ago, Gretchen. Wow. That is so cool. Yeah, so you know what? Alice Cooper, yes. Okay.
We're
So,
definitely going to go back this year and try to win it. Will we? No.
no, you're gonna win, and you're gonna let me know. You're gonna win,
Yes, we
okay?
will.
I have a question for all of you. All right? So we'll go in order. What do you guys think about hip hop or rap?
At least for me, I think it's definitely like, because if you turn on the radio, that's probably what you're gonna hear. I think it's a lot more popular, common now. But at least as someone who doesn't listen to that predominantly, it's just not my thing, at least.
Okay. Next.
It's more of you know, like Kyle said, turning on the radio, it pops up. It's really fun to listen to, and some songs can be really beautifully put together. But behind the workings, it's a bunch of samples. Sometimes it is recorded in studio, but sometimes they just take samples, put it together, add vocals, which isn't really how we do it, the oldie style.
Right. Okay, Garrett.
I actually do kind of like rap. There are some things that I just don't like. There are some songs that very much seem lazy and like not a lot of effort put into. But like Tyler the Creator, I really do like because he uses a lot of melody. He still keeps kind of like the basis of the rap style, you know, but he also incorporates a lot of melody. One of my favorite songs of his is "Are We Still Friends?" It has a sample from Al Green, and it kind of incorporates that Motown feel, but still having rap in it. So I do like it's like a mesh of both.
Okay. Sweetie.
I don't hate rap. I like the upbeat of it. You know, I like how it's all upbeat and it kind of makes you happy in some aspects. But what I don't like about it is that oftentimes when you listen to rap, you won't hear a guitar, or oftentimes you won't hear a piano, or you know, and a lot of it's just like electronic sounds oftentimes. And you know, when you try and listen to those songs, you're like, oh, this would be cool to play on the guitar. This would be cool to play on the piano. But when you listen to rap songs, you don't quite get that feel because it's a lot of electronic stuff, and it's just a little frustrating when you listen to those songs. But I like the upbeat music and songs and stuff like that. It kind of makes you happy and stuff, hypes you up.
So I want to share a story about this artist. So I think it was either 2016 or 2017. This young, up-and-coming African-American artist from Trenton, New Jersey, close to our studio, reached out to me on Facebook. His name is Randy Shank, okay? He now goes by Six Director, S-I-X, all right? He's down south. Have you guys heard of him?
I haven't.
Okay. So he reached out to me and he was like, Miss Geri, I'm up and coming. I want to get my music out there. Can I please come live in studio? And I said, can you keep it clean, young man? He said, yes, absolutely. So he came in studio with a few of his friends and they kept it clean. They were amazing. And I said to him, live on air, why is there so much profanity and why is there so much degrading of women? And it's just a lot of it. I don't like it at all. And this is what he said to me. He said, Miss Geri, everyone has a story to tell and we all need to tell it. And unfortunately for some of us, this is the only story we know. And that was the moment he made me understand. I don't listen to it, but he made me understand. To this day, he'll send me messages. He's down south now. He's got a family. He's a producer. He does photography, everything. He's amazing. And he said, Miss Geri, I'm still trying to keep it clean for you. And a couple times he surprised me when he came to visit family and came into the studio. So check him out, okay? Send him a message if you want to tell him you're Geri Petito's friends now. All right? He's really awesome. But I'm telling you that story for a reason because, you know, I didn't know that. I never thought of it that way. I just hated it. And again, I won't listen to it, but I get it now at least. And unfortunately, it's sad, you know? But everyone does have a story to tell. And that's why I want you guys to work on that song, okay? Because it will be your story, all right? So now I'm going to give each one of you back the mic in a minute. I'm going to read a poem out of my book. And then I'm going to give each one of you the mic, and I want you to also tell everyone how they can reach out, how they can get your music, all of that. But I want each of you to just give something beautiful to anyone listening, okay, that you want to talk about. So I'm reading this poem. It's called Utilizing Gifts and Talents. And the reason why I always read this poem when I do entertainers is because there are people already messaging me how great you guys are. People will message me, I wish I could sing like them, I wish I could write like them. And a lot of people question their self-worth. And they question what they have to offer and think they have nothing to give, right? But I'm here to tell everyone out there, we all have a gift. We just have to figure out what it is. All right? God didn't say, I'm going to make this person any better than this person. No. Imagine what life would be if we didn't have sanitation workers. Think about that, right? We need everybody to utilize all their gifts and talents. So if you're questioning your self-worth, please listen to every word of this poem. We are born with talents, we are born with drive, with different gifts to help us thrive. I knew early on I was born to draw and paint, to also write poetry, and to talk without restraint. Our gifts and talents should all be used, God's gift to us, not be abused. We can go far in life for sure, using our gifts to go on tour. All our talents should be used to create ourselves and more, but then our jobs to share them, to even up the score. You see, in life, what's needed is not just for ourselves. Once our gifts are mastered, take them off the shelves. A living we can make by spreading them around, not just for the money, but to spread a peaceful sound. So don't take for granted the gifts you're given. Go out and spread the joy. Our gifts are not to be held back for us to self-destroy. Put your efforts forth. Do not hesitate. All your talents, my friend, are never second rate. Never hold them back or you will surely die. Maybe not in body, but your soul will cry. Our gifts were made to share, our talents made to soar. Go through life enlightened, and then you can roar. Be proud of who you are. Be happy you're alive. Once again, my friend, your gifts will help you thrive. By putting efforts forth, not keeping them at bay, your name, Garrett James and the Wanderer, baby, will live forever, forever and a day. So go through life excited for what you sure can give to yourself and others is our reason to live. Our grave will be quite lonely, but our legacy lives on. So make sure people smile with the breaking dawn. And guys, that's what you are doing. Okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I don't even think you realize how good you guys are. Okay? Again, I would never guess your ages by listening to you. All right? You guys look beautiful and young, so I would guess your ages, talking to you. Not by listening to your music. No way. So you guys are that incredible. So I'm going to give each one of you the mic. You'll each have a few minutes, okay? And just share whatever you'd like to share with everybody out there listening, okay? So I'll tell you who we're going to start with. We're going to start with Kyle. Kyle, let's go.
I guess the only thing I want to say is like how thankful I am for being a part of this band. I guess just like within 2 months, I went from playing like in a guitar center just for fun to playing in front of 5,000 people. So I'm extremely thankful for everything that we've done. I guess one thing I really got to say is just like we should come to our shows, come check us out. I think we have some cool stuff to offer. So that's my 2 cents.
So then we're going to go to Ben.
Oh yeah, same thing as Kyle said. I'm just so grateful to be finally a part of this band, and just all the stuff we've been doing is just great. And I just would like to give a shout out to my parents as well if they're listening. They've been supporting me as well, and then Garrett's parents as well supported me so much. We've been playing. And to upcoming artists, people that have been playing, people that are learning music, I'd say just stick with it. Like, don't give up. Even if like sometimes it feels like you're not going anywhere, or you're stuck in a slump or something like that, just keep going with it. Try and get more exposure, reach out to people and stuff like that. And I want to say, talk about our website. We have Garrett James and The Wanderers at a website. So if you want to come check us out on the website, it'd be cool. Come see what we got.
So then we're going to go to Hunter.
Just like Ben and Kyle said, I'm really grateful for to God for giving us this opportunity, and I'm very grateful for Mr. and Mrs. Yates for just helping us all the way there and just pushing us to be our best. And I do want to give a shout out to my family. They've been very supportive of this new chapter in my life, and I want to give a very special thank you to my mom. She really did push me to learn an instrument, and she really got me into music. I'm just so grateful for her doing that. And to the people out there, I just want to say life is a mystery that you gotta keep pushing forward. I went from playing sports my whole life to just a year and a half ago playing bass and joining this wonderful band. And you just gotta find your spark and go with the flow.
So first of all, that was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And Mom is smiling down, and you know that, sweetheart. Okay,
Yeah.
You're making her proud in heaven. And Garrett, Mike is yours, sweetie.
I just want to say thank you to God and thank you for my parents for being so supportive of this. Thanks to God for the amount of success we've had in this short amount of time. We've only been together for 2 years, and we've played at the Fox Theater in downtown, and then we played at the Goodyear Music Festival. So I'm very grateful for all my talents and like all the blessings that I've been given. And if you really liked us from this interview, go check out our website and our Instagram page, and our YouTube and everything. Our Instagram, we have a band Instagram and then personal Instagram, Garrett James _Y, and Garrett James and the Wanderers. And then we have watch for our upcoming EP from St. Cecilia's. We're going to be uploading that to Spotify, Apple Music, and a lot of other platforms. And we hope you enjoyed us.
So first of all, I want to let everybody out there know that this was their very first interview right here on the Geri Petito Show, Hamilton Radio, yay! And you would never know it. You guys are amazing, all right? You would never know you didn't do this before, all right? Everything was perfect. I can't stress enough how honored I am that you guys came on my show, okay? Because what you're doing is so beautiful, okay? Never change, never stop, all right? Oh, the only thing I would change is just add a few extra Elvis songs in it every time you perform. You know, that's all, you know, just a few more, you know, maybe, I don't know, 7. No, I'm teasing. Do a couple Elvis songs every time you perform, you know. Amazing, amazing. So, guys, do you have anything you want to ask me before we close? Anything else? Is there anything I don't want you to forget that you want to say to the people listening?
We hope you liked us. Visit www.garrettjamesmusic.com. Also, just thank you so much for this opportunity, Ms. Petito. We're very grateful and honored. And thank you so much. We hope you liked us.
We loved you. Okay? Loved you. So, guys, I'm going to close with my new theme song. Okay? So, this will always close my shows by Robert Sweeney. And he made this theme song out of AI, completely AI, guys. All right? That's crazy to someone my age, but all right, it's awesome. All right, Doc G, take us out.
Welcome to the stage where stories untold, candid moments captured, memories unfold. Gary's got the vibes, a soothing flow. Come sit back, relax, let the good times glow. Jazz in the air, let it take you away. Welcome to the Geri Petito Show, where every heartbeat and every note flow. Jazz melodies weaving through the night. Together we'll shine. Everything feels right. Deep conversations where the heart finds a voice. Together we laugh, sometimes we rejoice. Tales of adventure, the rhythms embrace. In each note a journey, feel the space. Step into the light, let the music. Welcome to the Geri Petito Show, where every heartbeat and every note flow. Jazz melodies weaving through the night. Together we'll shine. Everything feels right. So tune in now, let the magic start. Geri's podcast, a place for your art.